Were we able to get the slides?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, aloha. Man, I've always wanted to say aloha in front of a crowd. I never thought that cornhole would be the path. All right, I know what it's like to be at an event and sit down for a long time, so I'm going to be that one person that asks everybody to stand up. So stand up. Stand up. All right, stretch out, get loose. Let's reach your hands up to the stars, roll your shoulders. All right, turn to someone on your side and say, you have freaking crazy clients. Okay, so that's not a California thing. It's a Hawaii thing too. You have crazy clients. Oh man, grab your seats.
Okay.
Man, we have crazy ass clients, right? It's crazy. Can I share a story? So I had a client that I don't do a lot of production myself, only listings myself because I have a team and I don't do a lot of listings. But this was a personal referral, and a gentleman. It was a friend's father, and he's about 77 years old, and so get the listing agreement, and we're talking about open houses and the broker tour, and he goes, "Hey, you're gonna let me know when people are gonna show up, right?" I go, "Yeah, of course we're gonna let you know." He's like, "Okay, good." He's like, "Just so you know, I like to sleep in the nude." I'm like, "Okay." But what I realized was sleeping meant like I might get up and make a cup of coffee and not grab my robe, right? And I don't know if you know anybody who likes to walk around their house in the nude, but they don't lock the doors to their house. You know what I mean? And so there was privacy, and he had a roommate, but the roommate had a separate entrance and a kitchenette, and so the roommate never saw him. So I said, "Yeah, we're gonna notify you when there's a showing. As a matter of fact, we're gonna call you, we're gonna text you, we're gonna email you, we're even gonna send you a video because we want to make sure no one walks in and there's a nude man walking around the house." And so I let the office know. I said, "Listen, our top focus is always to serve our client, but in this situation, I don't want to see him in the nude. I don't want to see him naked. This is the goal." Okay, and so I'm proud to say that I never walked in on him walking around his house and butt naked in the nude. Okay, but I can't say the same thing for the pest inspector, the buyer's agent, the buyer, and the buyer's two children. He thought the 8 a.m. pest inspection was at 8 p.m. And he heard some people walking around and pointing some things out in the house, and instead of grabbing a robe, he came out butt naked. So when I say we have some crazy-ass clients, we have some crazy-ass clients, right? I should have bought him some Lululemons or something that he would never want to take off, right? So I read, while me and my wife have been here all week enjoying the island. Any reason to come to Hawaii or any of these islands, man, I am in. I love it here. I love the Aloha spirit. And I read that the Aloha spirit is when the mind and the heart connect, right? And it's expressing empathy and gratitude and positive energy without anything back, okay? And it made me think about how our message in our business, right? How can we use that Aloha spirit in our business? And we all know that, and I want everybody to write this down. The heart chooses and the mind justifies. The heart chooses and the mind justifies. Okay? So what I want you to do is when you're sending your message to your clients, no longer should you say like, "Hey, let me know if you guys still want to buy a home. Let me know if you're still thinking of selling your home." Come from the heart, right? Like, "Hey, I just ate at this new restaurant here in Kona. The poke was unbelievable. The drinks were exquisite or had a wonderful view. Next time you guys are out here, I want to take you here. Or I got a gift card with your name on it." Send that. Make a video, right? Who here is doing video? Man, that's usually the case. It's like 1 or 2%, right? It's 2022. We have to start doing video. We have to. And like anything else, the more we do it, the easier it gets. Right? Like if I send you a text message or a video, which one are you going to open? Right? And people remember faces, not names. Okay? So we have to start using video. But I want you guys to think about sending your message from the heart instead of thinking about your purse or your wallet. And I know you would never do that, nobody in this room, but from the heart, okay? How are you guys doing, right? If I lived here, I would send a picture of the sunset to all my clients once a month or once a quarter. Because I can tell you, that's what we want to see. Living in California, like we see pictures out here and the sunsets and the palm trees, even though we're in California, but we see it here and it's just different. It's a whole nother level. That's what I would do, okay? And so we have a message that we send out. Our whole team sends it out. It's called our Friday text message, right? And so when I noticed that a lot of people here are on a team, is that accurate? Okay, so I wanted to share this, and I can send this to Dylan if you guys want to hear more of it, but it's our Friday text. So we have hot, warm, and cold leads. The hot leads, we don't send this to. Like, let's talk about that real quick. We all know what hot leads are, right? Like, hot leads are like your best friend for like 60 days, right? Like you know their diet. You know if they're vegan, right? You know what, like their favorite glass of wine or bottle of wine they like to drink. You know how they really feel about their husbands, right? You might be their dog sitter or their Uber driver when they're in town. You know what I mean? You know everything about them. And so your hot leads you should be talking to all the time. But warm and cold leads, right? Even the leads that have ghosted you, we send this Friday text message. And it would just say, hey, Dylan, I hope you're having a great week. Hope the family's doing well. Just wanted to let you know I'm making myself available if you have any questions or if you want me to set up any private tours. Boop, that's it. Every Friday, even if it's the same people, every Friday it goes out. And then if you're really savvy, you send a video, okay? He's laughing because he knows, like, man, we all got to be doing video, right? But here in Hawaii, you send that video with, like, the sunset or the palm tree. It's like, whoa, right? Now I know, wow, I've got someone, eyes and ears on the island there to help me, and I just saw that sunset that I love so much being there. You know, I just saw that cotton candy sky on the island that's why I want that second home out there. That's why I want to move there. Okay. I think you guys can be more impactful with video than any other market because you have the surrounding, you know? So I think it's really powerful. It's really powerful to note here. So I want you guys to think about that message. Okay. So I run a real estate team, EXP. Got recognized by, dude, you guys know EXP bought Success Magazine? Did you know that? It's freaking awesome. So cool, man. They own Success Magazine now, and they're going to do a whole bunch of really cool things with it, success lending and success coaching. And so they got some really cool things going on. My team is in Santa Cruz. We have an office in Santa Cruz as well as Monterey. And so we have two teams, total of about 32 agents on the team. My wife, Holly, is in the background, back of the room. There she is. And we have two wonderful daughters. So the last 4 years have been pretty crazy. 2018 as a solo agent, 9 million. 2019, I went to EXP, and I was able to triple my business as a solo agent because of the access to other top agents and team operators that the model provides us with. And I started building a team in August of 2019. And we did 100 million in 2020, 200 million in 2021, and this year we're on track to do 300 million. So it's been a wild 4 years, but it's been a blast. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is 7 irrefutable steps to scale your real estate business. And this goes not only for if you were going to operate a team, but this is also for the team members and solo agents. Okay? And so number 1 is timing. Here's the reality. You think when you want to build or commit or grow your business, you think that you need to time the market. You don't need to time the market, right? Some of us have made incredible decisions in tough markets that paid off big when the market turned around. Okay, so don't let the timing of the market dictate your dedication or your investment or your work ethic to your business. Okay? Don't rely on timing because the timing's never going to be perfect, right? Does your family have dysfunction? Raise your hand if your family has dysfunction, right? But you're committed to your family. We're all committed to our family. So you're going to roll with that dysfunction because you're going to work on it because you're committed to your family. So commit to your business with the same intent, the same level. Okay, so don't rely on timing to make that commitment. Every organization has dysfunction. The constant, imperfect, right action will always outperform the no action taken. So like, the thing that's scary about doing videos is we all want our hair to look good and, our lines or this or that. But the person who's consistently making that crappy video, that video is outperforming you waiting in the background to do that perfect video. And the reality is, the best video would be if you made a video and you were like, hey, what's up, guys? This is Jeremy. I'm at my new listing, and I tripped and fell in the pool. That would go viral. But I think I'm going to do that when I get back home, Dylan. But that would literally go viral. And so people love that stuff. Like the video of you talking and the wind blowing your hair, they're going to love that versus you standing behind a building and everything's all set up perfect. Okay? So imperfect action with the right thing is just going to outperform every time waiting for the perfect situation. Okay? The wrong action is to take no action. Okay, number 2, mindset. I know this is obvious, right? We all know we need a proper mindset to grow our business, to scale our business. But what I want everyone here to think about is getting crystal clear what you want to achieve in scaling or growing or committing to your business. Because this business can just make you a slave to it. Okay? I don't know any other business where, I just don't know any other business where the person you're working with is available 24/7 besides us. Why do we do that? Think about it. Think about attorneys, right? That's probably the most similarity to what we do as an attorney when you really think about it, consulting a client, helping them through a situation and taking them through one of the biggest decisions they're going to make. Okay? But you can't reach your attorney after 8 p.m. on a Wednesday night, but you can reach your realtor. And so that's not a good thing. This business will control you. You've got to set up those parameters, and you've got to let your clients know, hey, I get home at 6. From 6 to 8, I'm with my wife and my kids, or I'm eating dinner, and then I'll look at the phone after 9. If it's urgent, I'll respond. If not, I'll hit you guys back in the morning. Boom. As long as you tell your clients this, everybody's going to be like, okay, cool, I understand that. They're actually going to say, oh, good for you. I'm glad you do that. I'm glad you have those boundaries. But if you pick up the phone once at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday, what happens next Wednesday? And every Wednesday after that? Oh, I'll just call Dylan. He picks up after work at 9 p.m. Okay? So don't let it take you over. Okay? So get clear. This is the mindset I'm talking about, is getting clear on what your business looks like. What do you want? Do you want more time? Do you want more money? Do you want more sales? Do you want to achieve more fulfillment? Because what happens is you shouldn't be motivated by the money, because then you make the money, right? Do we know people that make money and they're unhappy? They're actually more pissed off, right? It's weird. They're more pissed off. But you want to find in this business what fulfills you. And here's the cool thing. It's different for every one of us, right? Some of us love doing open houses. Some of us hate doing open houses. Some people love the game of cold calling and door knocking. I think those people are insane, but they love it. They love the challenge. They love the reward. And so this is the coolest thing about our business, is everything works if you're going to work it. So find out what excites you. Right? There's some people that love networking and talking to other agents and helping them get over their hurdles and this and that, and that's what they should do. Find out what lights you up, what you love, because there's so many cool things to do in our business. Okay? When your mind gets overwhelmed, it will find enough excuses not to start, not to take action. Okay, life punishes the vague and rewards those with a specific ask, right? Let's get specific with our mind about what we want from our business and how we want to do it. This is not a business where we can stick our toes in the water and see if the water's warm, right? Are there any part-time agents here in the room? No part-time. Everyone's full-time? That is amazing. There's a couple of part-time. It is very, very hard when you're part-time. Okay, it is much easier to go all the way in, right? We've heard the saying, if you want to take over the island, you got to burn the boats down. it is so much easier to put that pressure on yourself, and things will happen because you'll show up more, you'll put in more work, and you'll go make those calls when you don't want to make them. Part-time is tough. Okay, so here's a couple questions to help you focus, figure out what your focus is. What does my ideal business look like? How many transactions will I close? How much volume do you want to do, right? How much GCI, gross commission income? What are your expenses? What's amazing is nowadays we have this team model where you have someone taking on the expenses and being the rainmaker for you and helping create several opportunities for you. That's the way to go. Where's your business leads coming from? What does your staff consist of? How many agents? What does the culture look like and feel like? Low energy, high energy, hustle, chill. I think it sounded like Tony felt that him and Dylan's teams had different culture. That's cool. You know, not everybody is a fit for Dylan's team or Tony's team or my team. There's different ways of doing it. Your vibe will attract your tribe. Okay, so number 3, know your motivation. This is what we call your why. This is what's going to influence your behavior. This is what's going to get you out of bed in the morning and get you moving. For me, I'm more excited to help somebody who's brand new, who's never done a real estate transaction, than get myself in contract for a deal. That's more exciting for me. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but for me, I knew this team model was what I wanted to do. That was way more exciting to take someone who was scared to death and just got their license, you know, like a scared puppy, and to help them do their first deal. That's my why, okay? And so your why will drive your behavior. What's driving you to be more? You know, and then the opposite side of that is, what are you sick of doing that you don't want to do anymore, that you can delegate out? Okay? It's sad to see someone with so much potential become an agent and they get frustrated with that one thing they don't want to do, and they could delegate it out. They could hire somebody part-time or a virtual assistant. Okay? And what is that one thing you hate doing about the business that you don't want to do? Because there's people that want to do that. Like, I hate spreadsheets personally, but I have somebody on our team that loves creating spreadsheets and slides and all this stuff. She created this in a very short time. She loves that challenge. She loves creating it. She loves seeing the end product. Me, I don't like doing that. Okay? What are you no longer willing to stand for? All right. Your why list. Top 5 reasons to execute your plan. You guys don't have to do this right now, but think about this. What's the benefit of taking that action and the consequence of not taking the action? Right? So if I'm on a team right now, I'm thinking about my commitment. I'm thinking about my calls, my follow-up, tapping into the team meetings, the team calls, everything that's available to me. And what is the benefit of those actions? And then what are the consequences? The consequence could be financial. It could be your health, right? If you're struggling so hard with your business, you tend to ignore your health and your mental health, your physical health. Okay, number 4, an action plan. Self-explanatory, but gotta have it when you're making a commitment. Make an action plan and put a date on it. And put it in your calendar. 5, systems, right? Everyone loves systems. We all talk about systems. Here's the big myth, is that systems are all about using tech, okay? There's 2 things when we talk about systems. There is technology, obviously, but you know what the other thing is people, okay? You can leverage people. I said there's somebody that loves doing what you don't want to do. It is amazing, okay? So systems consist of technology and people. Identify tasks and activities that can or should be systemized and just take action. Get it off your plate. There's somebody that can do it just as good as you, right? You're not as amazing at doing that task as you think you are. Okay, and here's a big mistake most of us agents make is we hire an assistant or we hire a buyer's agent or a showing agent and we don't have systems in place. And then we lose them. So you want to dial in that system. You want to create a strong foundation. systems for buyers, systems for sellers. We heard Dylan talking a little bit about how they're going to dial in their listing coordination, your listing process when you get a new listing call. Okay, so here's the secret. Delegate what you don't like doing. Delegate the tasks that are necessary that don't create revenue. Delegate those to somebody else or technology. It's all available. Examples of systems for the people that we have on our team. We have a transaction coordinator. We have a showing agent. This is someone who hates negotiating. They hate the hard work in real estate, but they love showing homes. They love meeting people and showing homes. Okay, and so we have a compensation model for the showing agent. Only the top agents get to work with the showing agent. Okay, a buyer's agent might be good for somebody who's really, really busy. You're showing a lot of homes, making a lot of videos out here. You guys make a lot of video tours, right? So maybe having a buyer's agent to help you with that if you're in that situation, an operations manager, a marketing manager, and a virtual assistant. Okay, this is an example of some of the tech tools we use. For our CRM, we like Follow Up Boss. Of course, we use SkySlope for transaction software. As far as systems for leads, technology-wise, Ylopo, Zillow, social media ads, Realtor.com. Examples of systems for realtors. For our team, we use Monday.com for tracking transactions and tracking different projects and things we're working on. For offer submission, we use something called Keynote, which has actually helped us get more offers accepted because it stands out than just sending an email with an attachment of your PDF of your offer. It's a very slick looking program and it can text your offer as well. And you can see when the other agent opens up the offer and how long they look at it every single time. So it's pretty cool to be like one of 10 offers, but see that listing agent is looked at your offer for 10 minutes this morning and they looked at it last night. So we like that technology. Communication with the team, we use Slack. We love that because we can save every question and have different subjects and channels for it. Obviously, Google Calendar, Calendly. Virtual assistants, we have 2 right now, and we're looking at hiring a lot more. These are some of the things that a VA can help you with. Personal assistant, social media, video editing, video distribution. For me, when it comes to video, I want to shoot it and be done. I don't want to edit it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to post it. I just want to, you know what? That's how I can do videos. I can show up, shoot it, and walk away. And someone else can do it. VAs can do that. Okay? VAs can do that for you. $4 an hour goes a long way.
Did you mention the company that you use for that?
Spear Rocket.
Spear Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yep. It was created by somebody at EXP, as a matter of fact. Travel coordination, client care, love manager. You can have a VA help you call your past clients, send text messages, send your videos out to them, your market updates, relevant information. Recruiting assistance, if that's something that you're into. Onboarding, Facebook group management. Does anybody here have a Facebook group that they run? Nobody here has a Facebook group? Oh, there's a hand. Yeah? What is it?
You can create groups for anything.
No, what's yours?
What is mine?
Yeah.
I used to be a real estate agent in LA, so it's real estate of LA.
Nice. Yeah. So someone here could do one for Hawaii, whatever. You could do one for a Facebook group on restaurants. My best restaurants and bars to eat at in Kona. That would be pretty popular. And you would get business out of it, right? Think about that. VAs can do accounting, a whole bunch of stuff. An admin to an executive or a top agent. Always test your systems. The systems are never permanent. One of the mistakes that a lot of agents make is they use the same CRM the last 10 or 12 years, and it's extremely outdated. And some of the newer ones are way more powerful. Okay, so systems should never be permanent. They should be fluid, and you need to test them. Okay, the cost of not testing your system could cost you a lot of business if there's something else out there that can do it better. We do it quarterly. So every quarter we look at our systems and we question them. Are they serving us to our best ability? Is there something that can help us more or drive more business our way? Okay, number 6, is culture. Okay, culture equals people. What do you want your culture to look like? High energy, low energy, all business and corporate, or super loose or hip, right? What is the culture that you want to be in? What is the office you want to be in? Okay, core values. You can have them as a team. You can have them individually. What do you stand for? What do you make your decisions off of? This will help you decide who you want to work with. Okay, ours are grit, self-responsible, everyone's a leader, always improving, and mindset of abundance, right? Okay, number 7 is people. We hire and fire strictly on our culture. I've made the mistake of keeping a top producer on our team who was toxic to the entire team, okay? And every time I would leave town, that individual would vent their frustration to the whole team. And they'd have, what we call the parking lot conversations. Somebody who's brand new and just sees rainbows and unicorns, and then they pull them aside and they're like, well, actually, blah, 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 boom. Okay? And so you gotta cut that out of your life. You gotta cut that out of your team. Okay? So the answer to that is to hire and fire strictly off culture and hire to where you're going, not where you're at. Always hire to the future where you're trying to get to, not where you're currently at. The big hurdle for me in expanding or leveraging or growing my business was realizing that in order to provide the experience that I wanted to provide to my clients, the Jeremy Larson experience, was realizing that it could be done by somebody else, not just me, and it could be done actually better. And that's hard to let go of. That's hard to get a hold of. But once you accept that and realize that, then you can start making some decisions and expanding, okay? And a lot of problems, almost every problem can be solved by recruiting. If you're not happy with how things are going, if you're not happy with somebody that's on the team, almost every problem can be solved by recruiting, okay? And I'll end with a couple of things, you guys. If you're thinking of making some decisions or some new habits to commit to or grow your business, what I found is you've got to get out of your head, right? You've got to get out of your head. Tony Robbins says if you stay in your head, you're dead, right? Like you've just got to get out of your own head. You've got to get in an environment, put yourself in a community or an environment that's going to support your growth and inspire your growth, okay? And the greatest thing that could happen from today or any event like this that you go to is that our actions start reflecting what we've learned. Our actions start reflecting what we know. Okay? All right. Well, thank you guys. I'm happy to be here.